Oh!
Alright, welcome everybody back to the Plan B Any League qualifier. We got MiiWii versus LightRon right here. They're both in Group D. Group D going into today had all 4 players with 1 win and 1 loss, so the winners of each match will progress on to the playoffs. So pretty exciting. So this race is make or break for both of these runners. Obviously both very close PBs, 10008 and 10013. So yeah, this league has been put together by Dansta on behalf of Plan B Esports. They put a €250 initial prize pot for the league. You can donate to increase the prize pot with the command in chat Plan B prize. Dansta just used it, so that PayPal link takes you to the dono. We have €130 so far, on top of the 250 from Plan B. Pretty exciting. But yeah, this should be a pretty tight race. LightRon and MiiWii have had strong races so far. Everybody in Group D has really been performing pretty well. It's pretty good to see.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails?
Take a look at some stats. See, MiiWii's average time so far in races has been a 102.11, with his best race being 101.48. LightRon's average has been a 101.38, with an average, or sorry, that's his average, and then the best of 100.41. So LightRon's average is actually 10 seconds better than MiiWii's best. Of course, each runner has only done 2 races so far, so you know, don't make too much out of that information. MiiWii certainly could beat his best time so far by a large margin. And you know, either runner, races are really crazy. Any mistake can happen, or very few mistakes could happen for pretty much anybody. All right, and the race should be starting momentarily. All right, here we go. Oh, MiiWii in his friends page. I believe he just marked Anto as a best friend, if I saw that correctly. Bold maneuver. I wonder if that's some sort of a good luck manipulation, so to speak. Chat, eager for predictions. Prediction not quite up yet. All right, and off we go. I'm going to be looking at the stats sheet quite heavily throughout this race. See, so LightRon has gotten a 218 with an average of 221. MiiWii has gotten also a 218 with an average of 219. That's insane. I can like never get 218s. LightRon with a little bit of a premature cutscene skip there on the bridge. MiiWii has a slight lead. Looking good so far. LightRon with a little bit of a mistake, it looked like. I wasn't quite sure. LightRon with a nice rolling. MiiWii with a little bit of a mistake on the water power roll. That trick is pretty annoying. No big deal though. Time for the frog vectors. Looking really nice from MiiWii. Those vectors so far. Time for left side. Ooh! MiiWii having a little bit of a mess up on the triple jump itself, going for a vault back up. LightRon successfully getting the triple jump very cleanly, catching up and overtaking MiiWii with the vault back up. And good topper bites from both. No mistakes there. Chat eagerly demanding that the mods start prediction. So it looks like the previous prediction had not quite been closed up. So, all right, we're off into Cascade Kingdom. Neither of these runners will be doing DSS unless they are crazy, which I don't think they are. LightRon has gotten a 314 for his best with an average of 317. MiiWii has gotten same thing. He's gotten a 314 with an average of 317. That's pretty funny. So I guess they've each gotten 314 and 320 or thereabouts. So yeah, LightRon with a slight lead out of cap. Cascade is not too tricky when you're not doing DSS, so I don't anticipate to see anything too crazy, at least not at the beginning. Dino Skip can of course go wrong, even though it's not very likely. If it does go wrong, it can really get in your head. Start to become hard to back up. Alright, nice, easy, simple spin pound, triple jump from the both of them. Both of them getting that cap return jump after the spin pound and the cap bounce. Good bounce from both of them, nice. Play around with a little bit of a mistake, I think, on the chomp capture, losing a tiny bit of time. MiiWii got it. Roll, spin throw, roll cancel, jump, spin throw. It's a surprising amount of inputs for such a little strat. Who beat Evil Bosser first, MiiWii or LightRon? Get your predictions in while you can. Or I don't know if it's even... Yeah, there's 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left on your channel point predictions for anybody who wants it. LightRon D:. So yeah, it still looks like just a couple seconds separating the two of them. I feel like LightRon has gained a little bit on MiiWii and Cascade, just looking at it. Ooh. Mistiming his jumps, it looked like losing, again, a tiny bit of time, like MiiWii catch up ever so slightly. Good Cascade from them. Pretty good run so far. Looks like LightRon got a 220 cap and MiiWii got a 222. About a second and a half apart at that point. I think they're still probably around a second and a half apart. Yeah, very close. 480 FPS. Yes, LightRon known for his godlike internet. Streaming at frame rates unknown to mankind. Alrighty, headed into the Sand Kingdom. I'll hit you with that sweet statistics update. Sand LightRon has gotten a 451 for his best with a 456 average. MiiWii with a 456 best and a 457 average, so similar averages. I think both of these runners can probably get a mid 4-4x if everything goes fantastically, but Sand is a hard kingdom. I would not expect to see something quite that good of a time. I think the low to mid 4-5x range makes sense for a race. But yeah, just to reiterate, these two are clearly very close in skill level. You can see it already so far, and just looking at their PVs, they're both on the verge of sub-hour, but not quite there. Not quite there yet. Any day though. Ooh, LightRon with the dive out of the employees only. That was actually surprising. Usually once you have... Oh, immediately missing the spin pound roll. Letting LightRon get right back up. Usually if something goes wrong in employees only, it gets very awkward because often you'll end up like hitting one of the employees with your hat, and that causes lag frames, and then you're also stuck in a cap throw, and if you try to roll after that, you're just going to end up like throwing your cap again instead of rolling, because Mario can't crouch yet after the first throw. But something happened and then he got a dive, which is not too bad. Bonking on the little shelf there. Surprising. Going for a Dram strat now. Ooh, LightRon... Could that have worked? That was really weird. Just like something went wrong. Ooh, it looks like MiiWii probably not going to get single bill. I think he went for it and then like the capture messed up. That can happen pretty easily. LightRon... Ooh, having trouble with the backup. Missing Dram. Yeah, MiiWii not going to go for single bill. That's a smart decision. Sometimes I find when I'm doing single bill, I'll try to time the uncapture a little bit too early, and then just it doesn't happen. Because you really want to try to do it as early as possible. MiiWii going for a reverse Jaxie. Side flip. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that. LightRon, oh, you actually hate to see that. Bonking on the lone pillar, I don't even know what you do with that. Looks like he's going for the quicksand moon? Yeah. That's clever, I suppose. That's probably the best backup, I guess. Because at that point you need an extra moon. Or just like go get a bullet bill and go back to the lone pillar. But that probably makes more sense. I think what he's doing is a good backup. I don't know if there's a better backup. I can't really imagine a better one. But yeah, just go get the Flowing Sands one. Not going quite the way I expected. I guess I'm just used to going up the stairs. But yeah, go get the Flowing Sands and then just go do the normal Jaxie route. Taking the stairs is a little bit easier, but I guess maybe that path is more optimal. I'm not sure. But yeah, MiiWii, oh, where is he going? Where is he going? To the notes. Just taking a little detour by some ice. I was mostly watching LightRon for a lot of that. I assume MiiWii didn't really have too much go wrong, if anything at all. Because it looked like he went pretty fast. Got the checkpoint on the Jaxie Island. Due to the way he does that. So, getting the text that comes up. The first time you warp in a kingdom after Cascade, and you have a checkpoint that you grabbed, there's like a 1.5 second or so, I think, text that comes up when you open the map. So that happened here. So that's like a time loss, sort of, but not really, because that just means that it won't happen in the lake where it normally happens. But yeah, really unfortunate for LightRon. There were kind of a bunch of things that went wrong there. I'm not really quite sure what happened. You know, just mistakes happen, I guess, but unfortunate. Oh yeah, did he get damaged on the lone pillar thing? That's pretty strange. I wonder if it was like he just uncaptured really, really late, and so he got kind of like, instead of getting the height off of the uncapture, he just like hit his head on the pillar, you know, on the little overhang or something, and then the bill hit him or something like that. So MiiWii, well into lake at this point, going to go for lake clip, I assume. Lake clip is a really big point for people to catch up in races. Or perhaps another way to word it is, it's a big point where people mess up. But MiiWii getting it very nicely. Quickly and efficiently. Did he do the long jump thing? I didn't really process that at first. Pretty sure the way he did the light clip was like a fast strat. Which is a little bit harder. So yeah, it's still, you know, the race is still really early. They're only 3 moons apart in the Quick Kingdom, so. far from over, but LightRon is definitely in a little bit of a tough spot. They can definitely get into your head, losing so much time in sand. Let's see. Alright, so LightRon's best lake time so far is a 2:48, very good, with an average of 2:50. MiiWii with a 2:47, very impressive. And an average of 2:57, so I guess one of his lakes ended up going pretty poorly, but the other one was very good. Yeah, MiiWii already down with the lake. LightRon just finishing up the lake clip portion. Getting Painting Moon onto the fishy part. Yeah, so LightRon had an 11:21 sand exit time. Definitely not ideal. I'd say a pretty good race time is in the like 10 to X range. Or if you're gaining 10-0x, I guess. But generally speaking, like a 10:25 or something is very, very good for a race. Not sure what MiiWii got. Alright, MiiWii on to Wooded already. LightRon's best time in Wood so far is a 5:37 with an average of 5:55. Looks like he's had some struggles there. MiiWii with a 5:31 and an average of 5:37. Not super great from either runner, but Wooded is very difficult. It's pretty hard to really play to your gold in a reliable fashion, as you need to do for races. There's just so many hard things. Every moon is hard. And then some things can go wrong that cost quite a lot of time. MiiWii looking good so far though. What happened to Ron? Some stuff went wrong in sand. The main thing though was falling short on getting the lone pillar moon, so he had to back that up. Get a different moon instead. So yeah, I assume both runners will be going for the tree route. MiiWii just getting the tree moon there. On to nut clip. Well, looks good. You can pretty much tell whether someone is going to get out of bounds based on the way Mark's shadow is on the wall. It's a little bit hard to explain, but it's like if Mario's shadow comes off the wall at all during the moon animation, like the moon grab animation, then you probably did not get it. Or you didn't get it, but then otherwise you probably got it. LightRon going to get the tree moon himself. MiiWii with the fence nut. Nice vector. Yeah, it's a little bit hard keeping track of two runners at once, of course, but it looks like both runners have been able to get pretty much everything pretty well so far. LightRon with a little bit of a weird position. Did that work? No. Oh no. Very unfortunate. Missing nut clip is quite a bit of time. Ooh, single jump? Yeah, no, single jump I would not recommend for that backup, or doing that jump there. Yeah, this is kind of a big part of missing nut clip, is that then you have to back it up and do whatever you're not used to, because normally if you miss nut clip, that's a reset, you know, but that's not an option here. Up throw? Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could do it. Just backflip, cap or dive. So, yeah, this is pretty unfortunate. So, the way the backup goes basically is you lose a bit of time immediately in that you have to go all the way around to get that fence nut moon. And then you lose a lot of time because you have to get the piranha moon as a backup. But then once you finish getting the piranha moon and do FRS, road skip, then you've pretty much caught up to the normal route. Or, you know, all the remaining moons are the same and everything. Yeah, I didn't quite see exactly what happened to LightRon. I just saw that by the time he grabbed the moon, he was kind of weirdly far to the right, and it looked like he was a little bit closer to the camera than you want to see, so. You remember to get the Piranha Moon. That's something that I frequently forget when I'm doing the backup. MiiWii with a nice stun cancel with the buffered jump. So yeah, LightRon having to grab the story moon. Gonna have to watch a cutscene for a bit. Let's see, how did the prediction go? 42% for MiiWii to 58% for LightRon. MiiWii stonks rising. LightRon with a nice FRS. Doing the FRS from the Piranha is actually weirdly difficult. Doing a vault? Oh, I've never seen someone do that. Yeah, at that point you can just, like, if you kind of mess up doing the normal strat, you can just do a walking speed triple jump. Or I guess you can do a vault. So yeah, this looks like a pretty significant difference at this point. Later on, entering the tower around at the time that MiiWii hits the globe. I know my kingdom timings super well, but I want to say that's like a minute and a half, or maybe a little bit less. Vault is scary in terms of height. Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like he made it perfectly fine though. Almost 2 minutes. Okay. Wouldn't it? Isn't it like almost 2 minutes from entering tower to the end of the kingdom? And then MiiWii was just globing at that point. Alright, MiiWii into cloud. Ooh, doing the spicy spin throw roll cancel strat. Did not really get a boost though. Pretty good nonetheless. A little bit of awkward punches on Bowser. No big deal. So yeah, if you're MiiWii, you're definitely very well poised. I don't know if he's checking where LightRon is at. If he is, then he should be feeling pretty good. I think honestly, if I were LightRon, I would probably be inclined to not check where MiiWii is. Because if you see that he's not really been making any mistakes, then that's probably going to be like a little bit hard on you mentally. But I don't know. Different people have different preferences, I think, in terms of what they want to know or not know when doing runs or races. So yeah, MiiWii all the way down with Cloud before LightRon globes. I think LightRon continued to lose some time towards the end of Wooded, so. Yeah, it's from Enter Tower to the start of globe. MiiWii with a spin pound. For a second I was wondering if he was going to do a dive vault. Ooh, going for the roll cancel jump strat. Messing it up a little bit though, but very nice backup. So yeah, LightRon I assume is behind by like a minute 40 or something at this point. More than the time of Cloud Kingdom. But yeah, your game plan, if you're LightRon right now, is just try to like cool off a little bit, you know, and just play solidly. I would say that at this point there's not really much pressure to do like any crazy shit. Just like play pretty well, you know. You don't have to be like PB Love or anything. Because you basically have to hope that MiiWii makes a lot of mistakes anyway. Like this kind of a time difference is not the kind of thing that you make up by doing crazy strats and everything, you know. Like you might do some cool tricks in Night Metro and save like 2 seconds, but that's not really going to get you too far. It's more important to make fewer mistakes at this point. Oh, and there it is, MiiWii getting hit by the Trapedal, not landing on the tree right there. I think he bonked. I didn't quite notice in time though. Took damage from the Trapedal, so now the cage is not even broken and he died. Gonna have to go back, reactivate Klepto, then get one of these 2 moons. Gonna go for the stone cage, yeah. Makes sense. Probably faster at that point. LightRon doing the dive vault. Clog champ. Taters blurs. Yeah, indeed. Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't really look how he got the moon, but I saw that Cappy was away at the moment he got the moon, but then he still, like, Cappy came back and he got a triple throw. So yeah, that's like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing that LightRon needs. Ooh, thanks for the follow. But yeah, like if MiiWii does another like 2 of those kind of mistakes, it's gonna be really close at that point, probably. But again, see, like LightRon taking damage. I would have to guess that he's flustered. I think most people would be at this point. But again, it's like really important not to be. You just kind of need to get through the kingdoms, not losing more than a few seconds to your golds. You know, as much as you can. And hope that MiiWii does something horrible. Triple jump off the fence. Off the railing. LightRon getting a cage triple successfully. And the bridge moon, no death. Very good. Nice up throw. Bounce out from underneath the bridge. He cap bounced into the moon. Oh, okay. I feel like usually you wouldn't. Or, no, yeah. If you cap bounce into the moon, you'll get your cap bounce. You'll get your cap back fast enough. I forgot to keep reading out the times that they got. Anyway, Night Metro times. LightRon with a 312 best time, average of 321, and MiiWii with a 317 best and a 318 average. So it looks like LightRon has gotten the faster one by about 5 seconds, but the average is in MiiWii's favor so far in their 2 races. MiiWii with a little bit of a time loss bonk. Having that the moon, but being too low to get it. LightRon with a very classic oral boosts and double triple jump. MiiWii headed into the Mecha Wiggler fight. This is... it's like debatably the least consistent part of the entire run. Because you can pretty easily lose like 3 or more seconds without really messing up like almost at all. Just based on RNG and different patterns. Some patterns are easy and fast, some patterns are hard and a little bit slow. Ooh, thanks for the follow. Link feeling very appreciative in the follow alert. But yeah, the numbers next to their name, the 4 and the 9, refers to their seeding in the overall qualifier. So, at the cutoff time before the qualifier started, LightRon had the 4th best PB and MiiWii with the 9th. But I believe at that point MiiWii had like a 1:050 or so. And since then has gotten a 1:013, which I believe is 6th overall or something. So I believe the people with the 4th, 5th, and 6th best times are all in Group D. With Lusteris with a 1:012, I think. And G-Man, I believe, came on top in that race, right? So G-Man will be moving on to the playoff round. That was LightRon's lost exit. 23:52, and MiiWii's was 22:44. So coming out of lost, it was about a 1:08 difference. No race spoils? Oh. Sorry. I hadn't considered spoiling races that were already strange. Alright, MiiWii going for scoop clip. Pretty annoying trick. Getting the bonk. Yeah. If you're going for drive-by and you end up hitting the cage... Oh my god, the way he did that was crazy to me. But yeah, if you hit the cage and you lose all your speed when you're intending to do drive-by, it's like kind of weird to time the backup or when you have to hit left to get the moon. But then he backed that up so weird to me. He had like 0 speed because the scooter, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the scooter didn't turn as well if you have like super low speed. Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe you just need to be moving at all. In which case, that's really smart. Because then, like, the time window where you're passing by the moon and you hit left is way wider. Okay, MiiWii heading into slots now. To CMFP of 59.59, yeah. Slots is a little bit hard. Oop, what the heck? I've never seen that. I've never seen someone get 1, 2, and 4 on the slots, but miss the 3rd one. It looks like... Oh, he spin throws counterclockwise, it looks like. That might be why. Because it looked like it hit the cactus. So like it hit like the 4th moon thing, but then hit the cactus before it hit the 3rd one or something like that. Most people will go for a clockwise spin throw there. Because you can like hit all 4 of them in one swoop of the throw. Alright, MiiWii doing building, gets the capture, very nice. You're on a cycle in there, so any significant mistake on the 1st moon is going to end up costing you. And it's a little bit weird to back up because if you think you can maybe still get the bill and you commit to it, but then you can't, you're likely going to die. Which is obviously pretty bad. Or you can just accept the backup. Lose a few seconds. So yeah, LightRon into building now. Looking pretty good. MiiWii going up the tower. Ground pound strat. Clean. Looks like LightRon was a little bit far back on that build cycle, which is fine as long as you're aware of it. You kind of have to adapt to where exactly you are on the build cycle in terms of the way you do your up throw. Like, you can cap bounce and hold forward or do neutral depending on how far back the bill is. You want to, if it's really far back, you want to hold forward, and if not, then you want to do neutral bounce. And then with the bill, ooh, LightRon with a bonk, gonna have to warp and go back for the dumpster moon. MiiWii with the bonk, less costly though. LightRon just dove off the building. You do not like to see it. That's the nice triple jump this time though. 3rd tries the charm, am I right? Probably would have been faster to take the pylon the 2nd time. Yeah, for sure. It looked like he landed like right where the pylons are, I think. LightRon going up the tower now. So yeah, MiiWii on a pretty strong run actually. Let me see where he's at compared to PB. Oh. Oh, I forgot about the death and lost. No, I was wondering if maybe he was on potential PB pace, but it looks like out of Night Metro he was plus 48. Still a good run though. Very nice race time so far. Alright, heading into snow. See, MiiWii's best snow time being a 4:35, very good. With an average of 4:39. That's really good. Snow is pretty hard. I personally find that it's like a very easy game to lose. Like 4 seconds in, even if you're playing super hot on a given run. And then a lot can go wrong as well. And then LightRon with the best time of 4:36 and an average of 4:40, so very similar. Both of them have had strong snows in their races so far. LightRon exiting Metro. MiiWii so far so good in snow. The movement to Captain Toad and to the town are both pretty tricky, but it looked like he did fairly well with it. being the entrance to Cerveria Moon. There's a lot of different strats you can do there, all pretty similar timings. Nice roll, cancel, bubble jump. Spin throw. Heading towards the moon clip moon. Assume we'll go for it. Yeah, looks good from here. Nice. Saves about a second or something. LightRon on to Captain Toad. A little bit of a fumble in the movement, but no big deal. MiiWii moving on to the Blowy Joey cycle. Going for the spin pound, I find that way easier. That's a little bit slower. Got a little bit shoved off to the side, losing a little bit of extra time. But still easily in time for this cycle. You want to try to capture that Blowy Joey before he starts blowing at you, or else he'll lead to trouble. LightRon with the triple throw roll cancel off the edge. Honestly, you don't want that there because it just gives you more height. But it's probably like a 0.1 time loss, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, pretty good. There hasn't really been much of anything going wrong so far for either of them. Showing off their snow prowess. Will MiiWii do Goomba vectors, I wonder? Yep. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate watching people do Goomba vectors. I always feel like they're gonna die. LightRon also getting the clip. Very nice. LightRon doing the triple jump a bit faster, and also cleaner execution than MiiWii had. Pretty good. MiiWii, no problems though so far through snow. Very impressive. LightRon having minor issues with this Piney. MiiWii with a camera turn. I've not seen somebody do that before. Talking to the shop guy. What is his metro exit? 3046. This is like a pretty good snow time, I think, if I'm doing my math right. I think this is like like low 3x pace. Snow dream time. Looking very good, yeah. Landing pretty far left. If you go left on that edge, or like where you try to land, you need a little bit of extra distance to do so, but it's faster because it puts you closer to the chest. But like the edge sticks out a little bit further if you go towards the right. Yeah, MiiWii saying Snow Gold, kind of figured. That was a pretty good time. Let's see, so 3046 to... That was a... Ah, shit, I lost track of the math in my head. I don't know, somebody did the math. That was pretty good. 432 question mark? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, 432 is pretty great in snow. Snow is very tricky. Yeah, things looking very strong for MiiWii. Besides the lost death, this run has been really quite strong. Oh, he could have made that. I swear he could have made that. At the point where he bailed. Like the cap stall was not ideal, but you know, in terms of speed. But I'm pretty sure he would have made it with that. I guess he just wanted to play safe though. Didn't think he would get it. Didn't think he would have enough height not to bonk. So, respectable. Trying to do back throw but didn't turn around in time. Oh, I guess so. I don't think he even needed the back throw though. Ooh, the up throw strat failing. That strat is a little bit wonky. That's what it looked like. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Chat is probably correct. Fishy time. So yeah, that was 431 snow. 431.45 it looks like, based on the stat sheet. Pretty nice. Alright, let's look at their seaside times. It's LightRon getting first moon very cleanly. See, LightRon with a 317 best time and a 319 average. 319 average is the strongest in the league. That is extremely disappointing to me, but I also have no room to talk myself, so. MiiWii with a 324 best and 326 average. How is everybody doing so badly in Seaside? That's what I want to know. The world may never know. It's not really a big deal though. Like, if you lose 10 to your gold in Seaside, on a PV pace run, that really sucks, but in a race, it's like 10 seconds is 10 seconds. It's not really a big deal. MiiWii with Fish Clip, looking very good. I'm pretty sure MiiWii has had a very nice Seaside as well, except for the first moon, so shouldn't be losing a whole lot of time. And I believe LightRon has been going pretty fast as well. Yeah, fastest snow so far in any of the races. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. Alright, MiiWii, his run looking very good. See, we had that lost death for MiiWii. And as I had said, you know, that's kind of what you need to see for LightRon. So based on their snow exits, they're 1 minute and 9 seconds apart, so it's been pretty close. Or, you know, like that number hasn't really changed too much in the last couple kingdoms, I guess. MiiWii onto Luncheon, very hard kingdom. A lot of possibilities here. Let's see, MiiWii's best Luncheon, 622, very nice, and an average of 623, pretty good to see. LightRon with a 629 best and 630 average, a little bit weaker, but yeah, Luncheon is pretty hard. Will we see the Spiritless? No way, but we can hope. Nice roll cancel bounce there. Oh, for a split second I thought it was gonna happen. But no. Alright. So yeah, MiiWii, both runners hit 100% on Salt Triple for their races so far, very good. Quick Spirit Bite. Easy as ever. Yeah, this is qualifiers. So this is the final part of the group stage. Ooh, LightRon of the bonk and taking damage on the lava. So this race for these two in particular will decide who goes on to the playoff round. The other groups are a little bit more complicated, but Group D, all players had 1 win and 1 loss going into this round, so this race was what it all came down to. The other groups, I think pretty much, for the most part, anybody could end up getting the qualifiers. I think Group A has some things decided though already. Alright, I don't think I've seen MiiWii mess anything up yet in Luncheon, so that's pretty good. There's definitely been some hard stuff already to this point. Person in chat claiming they will do Spearless in races with 111. Bold claim. Ooh, MiiWii falling a little bit short with that vector, and he could see it was going to happen, so went for the dive. Ooh, I think he was unsure of the timing on the photo booth there. Very understandable. If you get a vector like pretty far but not far enough, or like maybe you went far but you're too far to the side to land and run on the island, then you have to do a dive and it's gonna lose all your speed. Then if you're at the distance where you can only do one roll boost as opposed to doing two, then you're still gonna be fast enough that you can't do it like the slow way, I guess. It's kind of in between. Like the Podoboo doesn't, it pops out too fast for you to throw out Cappy before you grab the moon, or before you jump to grab the moon. But if you just like throw out the moon, sorry, if you jump and then throw Cappy and then home in right away, that's too fast. Then you'll capture the Podoboo. So it's a little bit awkward to back up, so you end up missing a cycle. I think that costs like 4 seconds, so not a huge deal. Otherwise, everything looking good. I still don't think I've seen too much go wrong for either of them. MiiWii going for cheese time. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Good RNG. But yeah, there's way more to Spiritless than the jump that skips Spirit. There's like a million different very hard tricks. Slots isn't too hard, yeah it is. Or at least doing it fast. Like if you do it slow, then yeah, I guess. But then like, why are you even doing it? Yeah, no, Spiritless Luncheon is, I'd say, the hardest current RTA route. By a pretty big shot. Alright, MiiWii closing things out, getting the meat. LightRon headed to cheese. Perfect meal combo, if I do say so myself. A little bit of a weird dive angle for LightRon, unfortunately. 52% consistency. I'd like to see the data on that. Alright. Maybe we headed into Ruined, not too exciting of a kingdom. Let's look at their times anyway, though. Ruined for MiiWii. What? Oh, I was looking at the wrong numbers. Okay, MiiWii with the best Ruined of 316 and an average of 317. I was looking at the wrong column. I thought it said best 317, average 421, and then I was gonna lose my mind. LightRon with a 315, the best in the league, an average of 316. CMFP, I remember you said you would do Spiritless if you were 4 minutes ahead against your opponent. Well, I said 5, to be clear. Today I did say 2, but that's a secret. It's not a secret anymore. Yeah, it is. Look, it's between you and me and the other 89 people in chat, alright? MiiWii with a 44:59.93 luncheon exit, 113 minus PB. Still pretty nice race time. He lost, like 23 seconds in damage. I don't think I remember what happened there. I know he missed scoop clip, but that wasn't too much time. Around with a 46:20 or something, so that should put their difference at about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I've been losing track of what's been going on in this race. Did LightRon lose like a ton of time in luncheon? He must have, right? Or oh no, that's a minute 20, not 2 minutes 20. I'm stupid. Okay, no. So he lost like 20 seconds on MiiWii there, I guess. Not 120. To be clear, both of these runners are light years ahead of your PB. Yes, that's probably true of almost every single person in the world. Except like 20 people. Yeah, I think that's it can be a little bit easy to lose track of when you're spectating a race. Like, oh no, LightRon lost so much time, like blah blah blah. But it's like, you know, the skill level is still like extremely high. Beat off by many hours of practice. Even then, he's what? About 2 minutes off of his PB and luncheon. That's like really not even that slow or anything. For a race time being 2 minutes off, a lot of people can't even manage that. It's just that this qualifier has been so competitive that it seems bad, but it's really not. Still very strong times overall from pretty much everybody. Pretty much every race. Alrighty, anyway, moving on to Bowser's. His best bunny's time being a 4:21 and a 4:25 average, pretty solid. And a LightRon with a 4:09 best and a 4:11 average. Both of those are the best out of anybody so far in the qualifiers. Very good time. So LightRon, I think at this point is hoping for something to go pretty bad for MiiWii and bunnies. There's definitely a lot of ways to lose like 10 seconds. Yeah, 5 to 10 seconds. But the really big mistakes come more so in the mech split. You know, potentially. MiiWii doing the triple jump and then another triple jump. Very cool. What pace is this looking like? Let's see. Well, so out of Ruined, MiiWii is 113 off of his PB. And let's see, LightRon is... His PB is 47.22 Ruined exit, so a little over 2 minutes as well. Or not as well, but 2 minutes and 16 seconds or so. So yeah, MiiWii on 101 pace, pretty low 101 pace, and then LightRon on low 102 pace at the moment. MiiWii not getting quite the dive back that he wants. Going for the old shards route. Old reliable. Don't want to get the bird. LightRon with his crazy second island movement. It's very cool. MiiWii, oh, I don't even know what happened there. Some kind of time loss mini dram. Or something, or maybe he just threw Cappy at the bird by accident. Alright, so both runners are 100% on Bowser Dram in their previous races. MiiWii not going for it though. Shocking the masses. I'm a little bit surprised. I feel like if you're used to Bowser Dram, it's not really gonna be any less safe than doing the other strat, but maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. LightRon should be doing new shards, yeah. He is 1 for 2 on Birdless, which comes at the end of the shards. MiiWii doing the first person area strat. New first phase. Ooh, LightRon with a bonk. I'm surprised that bonked. I'm first of all surprised that he didn't have enough height, and secondly surprised that even if he didn't have enough height that he bonked, considering the angle he was at. It was like almost parallel to the wall. Still going for Birdless though. Oh, that looked good to me. I don't know what happened. MiiWii, I assume nothing went wrong in Harriet. I wasn't watching though. Diagonal warp. MiiWii on stopper. Oh yeah, MiiWii doing Harriet first like a cultured individual. Good to see. Oh, for a second I thought he missed the top. Maybe he shook too early, yeah, maybe. LightRon, it looks like he got Bowser Dream nice and good. He got the instant dive out of the pylon a little bit more cleanly. LightRon also doing Harriet first. Wait, does anybody know? I think Dan still would. Isn't there like some kind of a stat that nobody has won a race with Topper first against someone else who does Topper first or something? I don't know. That'll have to be fact checked, but I believe I remember hearing that. Somebody else said that. Okay, well, I guess we don't actually know, but that's maybe true, so I'm gonna say that's true. Until I'm proven wrong. Sounds true, yeah. Seems pretty believable, so I think we can all assume pretty safely that's true. MiiWii taking it safe there. I think he was not confident that he would avoid hitting the railing, so he just went for a wall jump. Nice and safe. Better than getting a death while trying to be a little bit extra optimal. Harriet first is 1 frame slower than Topper first. Not true, but thanks for trying. LightRon defeating Topper. MiiWii moving out of the mech. See, the problem is that that doesn't sound true, so we all know it's not. You're reading this message because it's highlighted. You may be right. MiiWii not going for Topper acquired, but a nice spin bound on him nonetheless. Even if it was 1 frame slower, I would do it. Yeah, same. So yeah, everything's looking good for MiiWii. Pretty strong run overall. Again, not what LightRon wants to see. LightRon having some sort of issues with his speed there. MiiWii going for target acquired. Gets it. Nice. So yeah, MiiWii, I believe, is still on low. A 1 pace. And something's gonna have to go wrong for him for LightRon to catch up. Harriet first is 10 seconds faster than Topper first. I calculated it, and most people agree. Some people think that Harriet first is 2 minutes faster, and that also makes sense as well. Well, that sounds like some good research right there, so there you go. That ends that argument. Movement of high-level runners is cool, indeed. Very fun to watch. LightRon going into mech. I believe he has had significant troubles with the mech in both of his races so far. Getting a ledge grab there, not too big of a deal. So I think he definitely wants to try to get this one cleanly, at the very least, even if he's not gonna catch up any time on MiiWii for it. So yeah, MiiWii, yeah, gonna get like a low 56 exit. And Moon is usually in the like 510 to 520 range. Alright, like good mech from LightRon. Very nice. If I was paying closer attention, I could tell you what the time difference between them was. I want to say it's about 1.5 minutes, though. MiiWii may be in the league, assuming he doesn't mess up. Well, yeah, he'll make it to the playoffs if he plays, you know, if he doesn't mess up too much. He has a good amount of time to work with at the moment. $55.17 multi-mid fab from MiiWii. So yeah, it looks like it's about 1.5 minutes. Well, Will MiiWii make the league if he wins this one? No, so this race is going to decide who gets to the playoff round. There are 4 groups of 4 players. The top 2 from each group will move on to the playoff round. And then the way it works is that so Group A and Group D face each other. So Seed 1 coming out of Group A faces Seed 2 coming out of Group D. And then vice versa. And then Seed 1 in Group B faces Seed 2 from Group C, and vice versa. And then the winners of each of those races moves on to the league officially. Oh, yeah. So there is a bit of MiiWii's time here. How much he wins by actually does matter in terms of whether he'll get first or second within his group. Generally, being the first as opposed to second is going to be better because you'll be facing the stronger player if you're coming out second out of your group. So I believe if MiiWii wins by a minute 20 or more, that'll put him in first place. Yeah, and that's right around where they're at. You know, it's about a minute 30 coming out of Bowser, so it's actually important for MiiWii to not only not lose that much time, but not even lose 10 seconds to LightRon. So yeah, I don't think he's lost any appreciable amount of time yet. So yeah, there's still some stakes here, even if you assume that both of them are going to have a pretty good moon. I think MiiWii has been pretty good so far, though. They're on the die anywhere in this run. I don't recall. MiiWii died once and lost. I don't think LightRon died, but I don't remember. They're both insane runners. Don't make it a weird competition. Indeed, yeah. This is just a hobby at the end of the day, you know. Like, it's fun to get wrapped up in the races, but don't like put people down about it, you know. There's just no reason for it. Oh, the way MiiWii turned that camera looked crazy to me. It looked like he like flipped through the corner. MiiWii the God not going for 2 DSS. Perhaps a wise choice. Let's see, he only needs what, like a 30 seconds pillar to get a 1-0? So. 2 DSS bullet building guy, very true. Yeah, only a 36 pillars if you can pull that off, that's a 1-0. He already has gone for it. Yeah, I believe MiiWii went for it in his first race, kind of assuming that he had already lost. Which is actually pretty interesting, because it cost him, I think, 30 seconds in that race, which is amounted to 3 points. If he had had those 3 points, that would be another 30 seconds lenience in this race to get first place in the group. But it looks like he's going to clutch it anyway. Last pillar not going well at all. Yeah, no, I don't think he realized just how many shots he had left on it. Oh. Bouncing out, or jumping off that block was still falling. I guess for me, but I feel like he had plenty of time. Yeah, MiiWii clutching it out. Getting a 1-0, what, 22 or something. LightRon doing a little fake out, looking like he's gonna go for 2 DSS. I think his jump was like misspaced, so he wouldn't have really been able to do it anyway, so he just bailed on it early. Yeah, 102 for MiiWii, so LightRon, MiiWii wants LightRon to not get, what, 102.42 or faster. That looks unlikely at this point. Again, MiiWii was about a minute and a half ahead coming out of Bowser's, and he had a strong moon. What was his moon time? 5:15. Yeah, that's pretty solid. So I mean, LightRon had to catch up like 10 seconds, which 5:05 is pretty unlikely from the qualifier runners. Maybe in like the full league, you'll be seeing some 5:05 moves, but probably not many of those. So yeah, LightRon gonna finish out with a bit of a high 102. Is this closer than I thought to... I don't know my times. No, yeah, he's gonna miss out on the 120 mark, but only by a handful of seconds, though. That's pretty crazy. Alright, 102.47. Pretty nice. Good race. Minute 25 apart. Again, that might sound like a lot just based on the way the qualifiers have gone, but that really is more so a statement of how crazy the qualifiers have been, rather than a statement about, you know, anything going bad, really. 102 is a very good time for no reset. 68 points for MiiWii and 22 for LightRon, so let's see, where does that put them? I should put MiiWii in first place, I believe, yeah. Oh, MiiWii and G-Man are tied, actually. With 162 points apiece. Huh. I don't know if anybody expected that. Anybody in any group to finish with a tie for first and second. I don't know how that's going to be handled. That's crazy. I think, well, no, I think the tiebreaker is already decided, right? Yeah, so I guess this was already figured out. And for a tie, it comes down to the head-to-head. So MiiWii had beat G-Man in their race, so MiiWii will get the first place seed, G-Man will get the second. That is still nutty, though. Again, that 2 DSS almost coming back to bite it. It didn't, so. Yeah, Group D, pretty exciting overall. That was pretty sick to see. MiiWii going for a trick jump. Alright, we have both runners here for interviews.
Let's go!
GG, narrowly taking the first seed in your group. How do you feel?
Yeah, I'm happy. Happy about that. This league, I didn't practice last night, but like I've been playing, you know, this game. I'm glad. Probably best try there on the snow, to be honest, but because I golded by like 0.6.
Yeah, that was really sick.
And probably like best snow in the qualifiers.
Yes.
But if I hadn't lost 20 in day metro, I'm just gonna say 20. I lost 20 in day metro, 30 in loss. That would have been like a 3x. So, pretty good run aside from the big mistakes. Also like 20 in BM. But I mean like, BM is stupid, I guess.
Yeah, definitely a good run.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Aside from the, especially for a race, I'm happy about that. I am glad to make it into the league. Made it into 2 SMO leagues in my lifetime.
Well, you still got one more step to go, though. There's the playoff round.
Oh, there's a playoff round. Oh.
Yes, there is. You'll be facing the second seed from Group A.
Okay.
It turns out to be, which I believe will be the loser of the race between Door and Speed this weekend.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, but just one more.
I forgot about playoffs, but yeah, I think I should be alright, hopefully.
Yeah. Gotta have that confidence.
Wait. Oh, Speed the Odyssey. Or Speed SMO, yeah. At Speed, alright. Yeah, I'll definitely still prepare for that then. But yeah, I'm glad I made it to the playoffs, or whatever, and I'm closer. That's really cool. Yeah, LightRon. Yeah, that race was weird. Like, on it was a bit weird. Because, like, I was kind of nervous about it because I know our PBs are really close. And you gotten, like, 1-0s before. LightRon.
Only one.
Yeah, that was the race I watched.
I know, was it?
That was the one I watched, so. I saw you get 1-0, I was like, yikes. But I think I still did fine. Yeah, but after, like, when I was in sand, I saw your stream and, like, you made some mistake. I don't know what you did, but,
I messed up so much as a drum, and after, just before the pillar, when I captured the bill, I got hit by the bill himself.
Oh, did you?
So,
Oh, you didn't make it to the pillar. Oh, that sucks.
yeah.
But, yeah, no, yeah, I'm pretty sure you made a few other mistakes. I'm glad I barely beat you by, like, over 120.
I made some, yeah. I made some mistakes, yeah. But yeah, GG's again. Good luck for the players.
Jeez. Yeah, GG's.
That's like I would have loved
good
to be in
luck
the
on-
league, to be honest. But
Yeah, I know.
next time.
Good luck on sub hour. You're, like, so close.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep going.
Yeah, any other thoughts,
Again,
LightRon, on the
GG.
race? I know it didn't quite go the way you wanted, but I think it was still a strong run anyway.
Yeah, I try my best to keep going no matter what, no matter the big mistakes. Obviously, I was pretty nervous with especially with watching the first race against G-Series. I kinda stretched myself alone because I wanted the first place, so I had to do a pretty good race, and missteps keep going after and after. It was like a snowball, but I try my best. I need to work on everything. But yeah,
Alright.
that's okay.
Yeah, definitely
So-
respectable. Your group was very competitive. 3 runners with a low 1-0 PB is really crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a. Alright, what's next race? This is gonna be.
Next race is going to be
Source versus Unimu.
Yeah, Source versus Unimu. Sorry,
Uh.
I'm used to the commentators not having the list open, so I had to jump in real quick.
No problem.
Alright.
All right,
Wow.
well, we will go to a short break, and I will get things set up for the next not live pre-recorded race, just so nobody in the chat asks. Next 2 races are pre-recorded, but we will have a couple more live matches for the sophomore league right after the Plan B league, so definitely stick around. But yeah, shoutouts to LightRon and MiiWii. I'm gonna plug them again in the chat after I fix the command. I noticed that LightRon's link is completely scuffed. Sorry about that later on. But we'll be back in like 10 minutes or so. So stick around.